I'm going to go into the course content, and sorry for the noises in the background. People are emailing me, but I'm going to make this a brief recording to just kind of give you an overview now that we're in the week of April 10th. You have some simple readings and viewings here. I've tried not to make them too long or involved because I know you've covered this important topic before, but it remains an important piece of our work. So I don't want to overlook it because it is included in this course as well, even in the name inclusive curriculum. So I thought I would try to give you some different things than maybe you've seen before. So hopefully that will be interesting. And here is your document calling everyone in to submit your 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So, and this week, of course, you'll continue working on getting your lesson plans done, getting ready to submit your videotape, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the week of the 17th. And when you open this, try to not panic when you see all of this. I know when I first opened it, I thought, wow, that's a lot of reading for the last of the week of class. But the former instructor has put a lot of great stuff in here for resources, basically. So in other words, you're not actually going to read every word of every one of these pieces. However, you will use them as resources to create your final project. And I am going to send a follow-up that goes through the anatomy of the IEP, but I'm going to open it now so that you can see it. I'm actually, maybe I'll just say this to you now, and if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll try to make a more detailed recording because it's pretty straightforward, really. You're supposed to look into the module Anatomy of an IEP, which is this module for this final week of assignments in class. And instead of having your reading reflection and all of that, you're writing a 3 to 5 page paper or create a presentation, 15 slides, or submit a video response, 8 to 12 minutes. But basically, you're going through these items: your understanding of IEPs and IFSPs, and explain the differences. Understand SMART goals and objectives and how those are created for students. The role of a teacher in the development and implementation of IEPs and IFSPs, sorry. And writing and your presentation are creative and engaging, professional, informative. So really watch your language in your assignments and make sure it's professional language, so we don't describe children in unprofessional terms like bad or that sort of thing. I'm sure you guys know all this by now. If not, I'll correct you and let you correct it, of course, so you can clean it up for the good score, but mostly so you can learn. And then, of course, you want to edit it. But mainly what I'll be looking for is that you've understood how these IEPs are, especially IEPs, are written and used by teachers, and what the role of the teacher is. This really varies from school to school, sometimes even child to child. It just really depends on the dynamics at the school. And so I do want you to look at that carefully so that when you do have your own classroom and you have children with IEPs, it won't be a surprise to you how you're supposed to be involved. Many times there is a resource person who actually either pulls the child or comes in the classroom and works with the child, who actually implements and documents the IEP. Usually that's not the teacher, but maybe that's changing because of COVID, and there's a lot of different things that have happened because we don't have the resources we used to have. So you want to make sure you're up to date on that. If you're still in a placement, or you have access to the teacher you were in a JCPS placement with, you might even send them an email and ask them what their role in the IEP was when you were there. That would be interesting to find out. So I hope this helps. Basically, once you do that and you've completed all the other assignments, you're done. So if we go back, whoops, sorry about that. So if I scroll down, you'll see that the week of April 24th, you don't have anything. Here's your submission of your lesson, and the reflection paper that goes with it, and then your anatomy of an IEP paper, the final project. So you'll just submit those there, and your lesson plan submissions are back in earlier weeks with the FolioTech link also. Last semester, my students will remember we had so much trouble with FolioTech because the college had not enrolled me in it when I took the class at the last minute. This class was also handed to me last minute because of a professor that's leaving the college. So it may be we have that problem again. Just let me know really quickly, and I'll jump on it this time and try to do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. But it did let me put the FolioTech in, so that might be a good sign. All right, so I thought I would just give you an overview. We're almost done. That last week, you really have nothing to do but submit. So hopefully it will give you time to get everything in. And just remember that if you do want to improve things so you can improve your score, be sure to submit it sooner rather than later, so I have time to let you do that. Some of you are still reworking lesson plans and things like that, which is great. The point of the class is not to score points, but to learn how to do this. And I know it's frustrating when you go to an observation and you see one kind of lesson being done, but I'm asking you for early childhood lessons. And basically what I'm hoping is you will see there's a difference. And when you get your first teaching job, if you land in a classroom where things are not early childhood friendly, maybe you can find ways to make them friendly. But there will be aspects to your job you don't have a choice about, which is why it's good you're in the observation site so you can see that. I want you to know the difference. And you can also make a good choice for yourself career-wise. If you can manage to work in a school that's early childhood friendly, then you may be happier. I don't know. You may be happier in a public school where things are more just do it by the book and not a lot of expectation that you'll be creative, or they pretty much have the curriculum written out for you. So I'm hoping that this class has helped you at least think about the differences, and also I've tried to give you as many new resources as possible that you can bring to your classrooms, or new ways to think about what you bring to your classrooms.